Guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk Leeds. Hope you're all doing well, and I hope you've all calmed down after Friday night. I'm sure the results over the weekend helped that a little bit. Obviously, Leicester won, which we expected. Ipswich slipped up against West Brom, who, by the way, are looking like a very good side, and Southampton letting a late goal against Huddersfield. I don't know if any of you have seen it, but it was a cross shot that found its way in. So that was very fortunate. But we're going to talk about the game on Wednesday night. Leeds host Swansea City at Ellen Road. Before we get into that, please like the video. Get your comments in at the end, guys, and subscribe if you haven't already. These things take seconds, and it really helps the channel. So please do that. So yes, Wednesday night is a massive game, and you might wonder why, when we're only 14, 15 or however many games into the season, how can a Wednesday night game at home to Swansea be so important? Well, it is important because Friday felt like a defeat. It was a game we should have won, we should have put to bed, but we're not going to dwell on it. But it just means that Wednesday's game is our first chance to bounce back. And if you win your next game after slipping up, which we have done pretty much every time this season, if you win your first game after slipping up, it's gone, it's forgotten. You start looking at it differently. You think, well, we got a point, at least we didn't lose, etc. As well, Leicester travel to Sheffield Wednesday, so they'll probably win. Ipswich host Millwall and Southampton host Bristol City. So you would expect on paper all three of those sides to pick up 3 points. And what we don't want is to start sliding down that table. The top two get further away, and we find ourselves in the position we were in a month or two ago, playing catch up. We've got ourselves into a position now where we're still behind, but we've grabbed onto their shirt. That they can feel us breathing down their neck a bit. We don't want them to start creating a gap between us again. So it's important that we just turn up, stamp our Premier League authority, because our team is a lower end Premier League side. The players we've got are Premiership players. Somerville. I'm sure if we do get promoted, Jorginho will have I think he'd have a good season in the Prem. Games like this, home to Swansea, we just need to get the job done. 2-0, get the job done. Do you know what I mean? And Swansea, no disrespect to them, they're not a bad side, but they are the definition of a mid-table side. They're 17th in the league. I think they're about the same amount of points of relegation and promotion. They've scored 24, let in 23. They've got 10 points at home, 10 points away. They're just a proper bog standard mid-table side. And if we've got any aspiration of winning the league or getting promoted, even if it's second, then this is a massive game. So yeah, I'm going to get into my starting lineup now rather than waffling on. So yes, guys, as you can see, the normal 4-2-3-1. So Meslier in the sticks, and there's a couple of talking points in this video. I'm going to start with Archie Gray at right back. He got a bit of a hard time from some of our fan base after Rotherham. And I know right back, it's not his normal position, but I think overall he's done a decent enough job there. Right. We're going to have a lot of the ball in this game. I trust Archie Gray at right back more than I trust Ayling. I would like to see Jed Spence, but I don't know what's going on now. I think he will feature in this game, but I don't think he'll start. Might be like a 60th minute job or something. Road on centre back, and I'm hoping Strout comes back in for Cooper. I don't think Cooper did too bad actually against Rotherham. I feel like he had a solid enough game. Just very slow, isn't he? And I don't think I think him and Rodon together, I think teams sort of see that as our weakness because they're very slow. And Strelk, he obviously we heard he was injured, and then he miraculously come back against Rotherham and come on as sub. Should have probably scored that header, but I think he'll be fit to go, Strelk. So hopefully it's Strelk and Rodon back at centre back. Them two together, brilliant. Complement each other really well. And I'm hoping at left back, Sam Byron returns because my God, Junior Firpo is dross. He's rubbish. He just doesn't offer anything. He's better he's better off the ball. He's better on the ball than he is off the ball. And then that makes you mellow. What are you talking about? On the ball, he's all right. He gets the ball, he passes it, he runs forward quite a bit. It's just off the ball. His concentration is just turgid. He looks around. He's in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I just, feel like Sam Byram is a much more certified left back, which is shocking to say considering he's been injury plagued his whole career. He's naturally a right back, not even a left back, and he's just a much better left back than Firpo. And obviously, we saw all that stuff about Firpo, why he stayed at Leeds. He likes Farco, he likes the project. Rah rah rah. Well, he was injured anyway in the summer, so no one was going to buy him anyway. But that's a different story. But I'm just hoping Sam Byram returns. I think he will. He made himself available for the Rotherham game. Obviously, he didn't play, so I'm hoping by now he's fit. In a double pivot, Kamara and Ampadu, again, like Strauch and Rodon, I think they complement each other really, really well. I feel like I think they were our best players other than Somerville in the Rotherham game. I think them two are our best players. They nullified any attack. They broke down the ball really quickly, recycled it really quickly, and got us back on the front foot really quickly. So them two, just keep it as it is there. Don't try and change it. I think if you're not going to start Archie Gray at right back, then you just drop him to the subs bench. You don't mess up the partnership between Kamara and Ampadu, even though Gray can do just as good a job there, to be fair, as Kamara. I feel like these two have got a good little run of form going. On the left, star boy Somerville, absolute baller, had a great game against Rotherham. And best believe if we don't get promoted this season, he won't be in a white shirt next season. On the right, I think it's time for Nonto. Now, this is nothing on Dan James. He's had a brilliant season, and I was one of the ones in the summer who was all for him staying. And you check my videos out at the start of the season. I said all along I really like Dan James, and he's had a brilliant season. I just think, quite simply, we've got a brilliant squad. Why not use it? Nonto had a great international break, and against Rotherham, he looked really lively. He was unlucky not to get an assist. And listen, if he is gonna go in January, like the rumours are sort of saying he is, then we need to put him in the shop window a bit more, right? Obviously, he's been in the shop window. He's in the Prem last year, but there's no harm in starting Nonto. In fact, it's mental that we're having this conversation because 3 or 4 months ago it'd have been, why is Dan James starting ahead of Nonto, etc. But so yeah, Nonto comes back in for me. That doesn't mean like I want Dan James out of the team permanently or anything. It's absolutely far from it. In fact, might be a good idea to start Nonto this week, give Dan James a little rest, and then start Dan James at the weekend at home to Middlesbrough. That's it. It's nice to have squad options. Perot in the 10. I was quite disappointed with him against Rotherham. Very wasteful. His choices and his selections of shooting or passing were just not with it. I felt like he shot when he should have passed and passed when he should have shot. I think he just got it a bit wrong. He's having a decent enough season. But I'd like a little bit more from him. Just a little bit more. A little bit more involvement. I think sometimes he finds it difficult to get involved in the game. He doesn't have many touches. But yeah, I'd like a little bit more from Perot. Not digging him out. I think he's had a decent enough season, but just a little more. And up top, Jorginho. Now, against Rotherham, you could tell he was coming back from an injury, and you could tell he had a niggle because he wasn't quite himself. But I don't want that to turn into a bit of a rot where he misses this game, has a cameo at the end, doesn't do much. Do you know what I mean? I just think just start him again, and I'm sure he will. He's had a few more days to recover from his injury. I'm sure he will come out and get back to how he's been playing all season, which is, by the way, is unbelievable. At the moment, he's probably one of our players of the season. There's a few to choose from: Ampadu, Somerville, etc., Rodon. But start Jorginho up top. I'm recording this before Daniel Farke has done his presser, which is probably a bit of a rookie mistake, but I am still a rookie, so there we go. But I don't expect anyone on that pitch out there in front of you right now. I don't expect any of them to be injured. If they are, they do have obvious replacements. if Jorginho is injured, then I'd probably just start Bamford up top. You know, if Byram's not going to be fit, then it will have to be Firpo. If Gray's not there, then it'll probably be Ayling or Shacks. Do you know what I mean? There's obvious replacements, but that's the starting lineup that I would go with. So yeah, a bit of a talk about Swansea just for a minute or so. As I said, they're a proper mid-table outfit, but that's not to say that they should be underestimated, because we've just slipped up against Rotherham, right? And I think against Rotherham, maybe a bit of not arrogance, but a bit of comfort set in. And obviously Daniel Farker picked up on that as well. And you could sort of see it when we were playing. It felt like we could just go and score at any time, but we just didn't. You know, I just sort of described it as we pierced through the heart, but we never killed. Swansea's top goal scorer is Yates. I think he's got 5 for the season. They've got a couple of decent wingers, Lowe and Cooper, and they've got Grimes, they've got Patterson, they've got a few sort of half decent championship players. But even Archie Gray, I think he can nullify Lowe's threat down the left if he's there. And I think Byram will do a job on Cooper as well. And the 2 centre backs for Leeds, hopefully it'll be Roden and Strag. I think they will deal with Yates up top. Jerry Yates. He's not a bad player though, to be fair. They threw away a 2-0 lead at home to Hull at the weekend, so they're going to be a bit aggravated as well. They lost to Ipswich 3-2 before that, and drew at home to Sunderland 0-0 before that. So they're in no form at all, really. And it's a game that I am fully expecting to. It's a must-win game, especially as I said, the 3 games that our promotion rivals have got. It's a must-win game, and it's a game that I think we'll win. I'm going to go with 3-0. I think we're going to bounce back with a resounding win. If we draw, I'll be very disappointed. I was disappointed after the Rotherham game, but it wasn't all that bad away from home. Other teams slipped up, etc. But I don't think we're going to get that lucky again. And as I said, we don't want a bad run of form to begin just before this busy Christmas period. So, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Enjoy the game tomorrow night. I'll probably I'm thinking about doing a live stream after the game to give my thoughts and get your guys' thoughts. Please leave your match prediction in the comments below. Let me know what you think the starting lineup will be. Like the video, and please subscribe if you haven't already. As I said, it does really help the channel out. I know it sounds so beggy. Please like my video. It's not about that. It's not about getting likes. It's about YouTube see who's liked it, see how many people have liked it, and I think, oh, quite a few people like that. We'll put it on more Leeds fans YouTube for them to watch as well. No one likes it, they think no one likes it. They take it for a matter of fact. But anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you enjoy the game tomorrow, and I shall see you again soon.